Hello crafters, welcome back to Stitching with Samantha, or if it's your first time coming across my channel, welcome. My name is Samantha and I do embroidery crafts, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make this adorable little ribbon. So this one says doing my best. I also made this other one for my daughter's 3rd birthday. It says birthday girl. So felt crafts are really in right now and they're really fun, and I love combining felt crafts with embroidery. So I think this is such a fun project and I hope you enjoy learning with me. Let's go stitch. To start off with, I'm using a 4-inch embroidery hoop and I put some felt in the hoop. We're going to take our stick and stitch pattern. These are available in my Etsy shop, Stitching with Samantha, as a digital download, and I have the stabilizer linked in the description of this video. We're going to peel it off the backing and place it onto our felt. Now, I had a camera malfunction, so I did not record every step of this process, but I'm doing whipped back stitch here, and I have plenty of videos on my channel already for whipped back stitch lettering, so you can go watch one of those, and we're gonna skip and I'm gonna show you how to do the flowers. I'm using 3 strands of embroidery thread, and you're gonna tie a knot at the end of your thread, and then we are going to do lazy daisy stitches for the petals of the flowers. We're gonna bring our needle up in the center of the flower and pull it tight, and then bring it back down in the exact same hole. You're gonna pull your thread so that there's a little loop, and then at the top of the petal, we're gonna bring our needle up inside of the loop, and then we're gonna pull tight so it catches. Then on the outside of the loop, we're gonna bring our needle down and anchor it in place. I'm gonna walk you through that one more time. Bring your needle up and back down in the same hole, leaving a little loop. Bring your needle up through the loop at the top of the petal, pull tight, and then bring your needle on the outside. Now I'm going to show you my special hack for lazy daisy stitched flowers. I like to do a straight stitch in the middle of my lazy daisies. That way it gives a fuller look for the flowers. So you bring your needle up at the top of the petal and then back down in the middle. And we're going to do that for every single petal of the flower, and it's just going to have this fuller look, which I love. Once you're done stitching all of the flowers, we are going to add a bead to the middle of every flower. I like to use these seed beads from Michaels. I can link them in the description of the video. And then we're gonna be using a beading needle. So I was using a size 5 embroidery needle before. Now we're gonna switch to a size 7 or 9 embroidery needle or a traditional beading needle. Either one you have access to. Then we're going to split our thread into 2 strands. So we're going to be using 2 strands instead of 3 like we've been using. This is mostly because 3 strands is not going to fit through the bead. And same with a regular needle. You're gonna need a beading needle and 2 strands so that it fits through the bead. So we're gonna bring our needle and thread up in the center of the flower. We're gonna put a bead on our needle and thread and bring it all the way down. And then in the exact same spot, we're gonna bring our needle down. And that's going to anchor the bead in place at the top of the fabric. Continue adding the beads to the center of the flower. And then we are going to grab some sequins. I also get these at Michaels. Pretty much everything I'm using today, I bought at Michaels, and you can find your local craft store. We're gonna do a slightly different process here for the sequin. So we're gonna bring our needle up, and then we're going to put our sequin through our needle and thread, bring it to the surface. And then while we still have our needle and thread at the top of the sequin, we are going to then grab a seed bead. We're gonna slide it down our needle and thread, and then in the exact same hole we came up in the middle of the sequin, we're gonna bring our needle back down, and we are going to bring it all the way back down to the back of the fabric, and that seed bead is going to anchor the sequin in place. It's actually a really simple process, but I'm gonna show you guys step by step one more time. We're going to bring our needle and thread up, place a sequin on and bring it to the base, then grab a seed bead, and then through the same hole, bring our needle down to the back and anchor it in place. Once we're done with the embroidery piece, we're going to take our felt out of the hoop, and we're going to trim about 1/2 inch around our pattern. And once we have trimmed this circle, we are going to wash off our stabilizer. I recommend washing off stabilizer using soap and water for 3 to 5 minutes. For about a minute, you're going to just get off all of the stabilizer. You'll see it starts to come off, and then you're going to use soap and water until everything's gone. Once our felt is dry, we're gonna take a different color felt, and we are going to cut a backing for it. So this felt is going to be visible, so choose a fun color. And then we're just going to trim a circle about 1/2 inch around the entire circle. I once again forgot to record a step, but we're going to take another color of felt and we're going to trim the bottom pieces of the ribbon. So it's basically 2 rectangles, and then you're going to cut diagonally at the bottom, and this will be the base for our ribbon. And then we're also going to cut 2 pieces of ribbon the same length as that felt, and then our embroidered pattern is going to go on the top. For this part, you're going to be holding all of those pieces at the bottom down with your hand, and we're going to use backstitch to secure everything in place. So we're going to bring it underneath the green felt, and then on the top we are going to do backstitch. So you're going to go ahead and bring your needle down about 1/4 of an inch, and then we're going to skip ahead another 1/4 of an inch, and then go back to where our previous stitch ended and bring our needle down. This is called backstitch because you're going back to your previous stitch. So I'll show you again, we're gonna skip forward another 1/4 of an inch and then bring it back down to our previous stitch. So we're gonna keep doing this, and this is going to secure those pieces at the bottom in place. So as you're stitching, you're gonna have to hold them down, and then once we get everything stitched in place, we are going to continue around the entire circle of the ribbon until we are done. And then we're going to come on the back here, and I have almost ran out of thread, so I'm actually gonna take my needle off, and I'm gonna split my strands and tie them into a knot twice. In the same color felt, I'm gonna cut another circle, and we're going to stitch the 2 circles together for our backing. We're gonna be using blanket stitch here, so in between the 2 pieces of felt, I'm going to bring my needle up to the top. As you can see, we're hiding our knot in the middle there. And then on the very back of the second felt, we're gonna bring our needle up to the front in the exact same spot on the back, pull tight, and it's going to have this little loop. We're gonna pull that tight, and then we're going to bring our needle underneath that loop at the top, and then once again we're gonna bring it underneath, and that's going to secure that first stitch in place. Now we can start our blanket stitch. For blanket stitch, we're going to skip forward about 1/2 inch, and we're gonna bring our needle to the back from the front, and then you're gonna have this little loop. You're going to bring your needle through the loop and pull tight. You're gonna see that your thread catches at the top. So we're gonna do this one more time. At the base of that green, we're going to bring our needle down through to the back, through that loop, pull tight. So I'm gonna show you here what happens if you forget to pull through the loop. So I'm bringing my needle to the back of the fabric, and I didn't pull it through the loop, so you can see here, nothing is there to catch the loop. So we're going to put our needle through the loop so it does catch, and pull it tight again. Blanket stitch can seem kind of complicated at first, but I promise it's very easy. You can go ahead and watch the last minute back until you feel like you've got it. But once you get blanket stitch, it's actually pretty relaxing to do. Once we get to the bottom of our ribbon, you can see that the bottom pieces are kind of in the way, so we're just going to hold them, and we're going to continue our blanket stitch. Once we get back to our starting point, I'm going to show you how to end our blanket stitch. Once we place our last stitch, we're going to bring our needle through the very top of the starting point, and we're going to pull tight. And then I'm going to bring it underneath again, and you're going to put your needle through the little loop before you pull tight, and then you're going to pull it into a knot. And then from there, we're going to take our needle in between the 2 pieces, and we're going to go down and bring it through the felt on the back. So we're just gonna hide our thread there, and then we're going to cut off. And that was the last step. Our ribbon is complete. You can add a little safety pin on the back and enjoy wearing your special little ribbon that you made. Whether it's around the office or you're making one for your child for their birthday, this is such a fun craft. I hope you enjoyed.